Hey there, Darkstar here. I'm going to be hanging out in the Discord today in Terminal, let's go Terminal C. And let's turn on Discord. Hello, hello. Just in case somebody joins later. Okay. Hey man. I'm in Discord voice chat if you wanna join or not. Man, they need to add more delivery planes. Like, how can you have like these cruddy little planes? I mean, no offense to them, but like, you know, you've got like a Cessna 172 and DHC-2. This little guy, like doing cargo, but you don't have like the Cessna 210, you don't have the bunch of other planes. Like, I want to fly cooler planes. And not these. Oh, dude, that's painful. I had to get up at like 4:30 the other day, and I was hurting the next day. I was hurting that day and the next day. What do we want to fly today? Let's try the Victor again. So where is my Victor? I guess in a certain sense it doesn't really matter where it is. But I suspect it's in this area somewhere. Oh, no doubt. So I got up at like 4:30, got ready to go, drove from Austin to Dallas, which took about 4 hours to get to where we were going. Far north side. And then had all day meetings. And then people wanted to go out for dinner. I'm gonna not do anything and see what it says. That could be even harder. So, sympathies on that one. That's a long ways away. Must be over in Europe. B-55 it is. It's basically the same. I like this plane better even. Little extra fuel. Have a there it is. The windsock. Looks like the things are blowing the same way the windsock is. That's pretty cool. Okay. I guess we should crack the throttle. Oh, one thing I don't like about this plane is that it doesn't remember my settings here. Get in my plane. Maybe I have to get some radios on or something.
Quick favor, Captain. I'm expected in Napanee ASAP, so if you'd speed it up a bit, I'd appreciate it. I'm expecting a bunch of calls during the flight. I'll try to keep them quiet, but I might be on the phone a lot, just so you know.
Let's just start both. And you have to turn on the fuel first, goof.
Good morning, Cap. Today, you've got the pleasure of taking Mrs. Connolly to Napanee. She's close to one of our top clients who booked the flight for her. Provide her with the finest service on behalf of our company. I know I can count on you. Have a good flight, Captain.
Flight plan already seen? No, I'm not in the beta. I've only switched over to the beta temporarily a time or two. I switch back pretty quick usually. Too bad we can't read all the manuals. Good for now.
Kilo Foxtrot Zulu India traffic. Summit Delta Sierra Charlie 739er is taxiing to runway 9er. Kilo Foxtrot Zulu India traffic.
This thing taxis like a turboprop.
Madam, on behalf of our flight team, we would like to welcome you on board flight DSC 739 bound for Napanee. Our flight time will be 36 minutes. We expect an on-time departure, and we're currently ready for takeoff. I will keep you informed of any key updates as we go through the flight. Thank you.
I don't know why they feel like all charters have to be obnoxious people. We're gonna have quite a crosswind. Hey there.
Hey, Dark Star.
What you up to?
Nothing much.
Just doing a career mission here for fun.
Pretty cool, pretty cool.
Kilo Foxtrot Zulu India traffic. Summit Delta Sierra Charlie 739er, taking off runway 9er. West departure, Kilo Foxtrot Zulu India traffic.
What did you say you're flying again?
Madam, welcome on board this flight to Napoli.
This is the
I'm here to ensure you have an enjoyable journey
B-55
today. If there is anything I can do
career
to make your flight more comfortable,
career mode.
please let me know. Please fasten your seatbelt, and remember, this is a non-smoking flight. You'll find a safety briefing card in the seat pocket in front of you. Prepare for takeoff. Thank you.
Okay, props full, rich, full.
I'm gonna just pop up to Terminal A and see what White Feather's up to. That looks like an old steam gauge plane.
Yeah, no worries. Have a good one.
You too.
Bye. We're all over the field here. $10,000 feet. Goodness gracious.
Center, Summit Delta Sierra Charlie 739er is type
back
1
a
miles
little.
east of Kilo Foxtrot Zulu India 1000. Request flight following.
Summit Delta Sierra Charlie 739er, Cleveland Center. Squawk 5454.
Squawk 5454, Summit Delta Sierra Charlie 739er.
Summit Delta Sierra Charlie 739er, radar contact 2 miles east of Kilo Foxtrot Zulu India, 1600. Altimeter 29er85.
Roger, Summit Delta Sierra Charlie 739er.
Summit Delta Sierra Charlie 739er contact Cleveland Center on 128.625. Good day.
Going to 128.625, Summit Delta Sierra Charlie 739er.
Yeah, I had a nasty crosswind and
Cleveland
the
Center, Summit Delta
rudders
Sierra
are too
Charlie
sensitive.
739er, 2300.
So it's really hard to get it dialed in. I need to lower the
Delta
sensitivity
Sierra
or something.
Charlie 739er, Cleveland Center, altimeter 29er85. Radar contact, continue.
Cleveland Center, Summit Delta Sierra Charlie 739er, 2 miles north of Kilo Foxtrot Zulu India, 2700. Request IFR to Charlie 0 Tree. Ready to copy.
Summit Delta Sierra Charlie 739er is cleared to Charlie 0 Tree Airport as filed. Squawk 5454.
We are.
Summit Delta Sierra Charlie 7 Tree 9er cleared to Charlie 0 Tree Airport as filed. Squawk 5454.
Summit Delta Sierra Charlie 7 Tree 9er, read back correct. Radar contact 3600. Altimeter 29er85. Continue to MCLUR, following heading 29er5. Resume own navigation. Climb and maintain 10,000.
I did not die.
Continue to MCLUR following heading 29er5. Resume own navigation. Climb and maintain 10,000. Summit Delta Sierra Charlie 7 Tree 9er.
I did not die yet, anyway. Okay, we're gonna enlist a little aid here with the autopilot. Let's get heading. Hold. our track 293. Okay, let's fiddle with the instruments here.
I'm on my way. Everything's set up there, so it should go pretty quickly. I'll give you a call. Can you text me the driver's number? I haven't got it. Thanks, appreciate it.
Okay, so we're gonna overfly the airport and then head out to our initial approach fix, circle back around. That's fine. Doesn't look like we're gonna have any weather. I'll get the landing lights off. Strobe beacon on. Let's line this up with the approach we actually have loaded. There we go. Looks like we're just about to 10. There's 10. I need to find a manual for this plane. How did you set up the autopilot? I mean, you dial the altitude here, and then when you turn on the autopilot, you'll be in roll pitch mode automatically. So that just holds your current roll and pitch. And then I think you saw the rest, right? I set the heading here. So the heading is relative to my direction. This is independent of my current direction. So this you have to get off the, this is basically your course. You have to get it off here. So like our current desired track is 292, so I would dial it in at 292. 1, 2, there we go. So the difference between that and our, you know, the direction we're pointing is the wind. And then I hit nav mode to get it in nav mode once we were close to this course. This is a 750. On the 750, I always like to use this nav window and the small one. Like, yeah, so you can read out your distance to the next waypoint, what your desired track is, and all that, ETA, ground speed. Then if I recall, I think this down here is on nav 2, but let's see if we can find one. FBC 108.2. You need to download it from this place. PMS. You go download the PMS 750. There's a free version. Get it from https pms50.com. Put it in your community folder, and then on a few planes that support it, you can activate it here. Otherwise, it'd be this 530 would be the kind of built-in one. Now this plane comes with I can't remember what this is called. I can't quite make it out. Aspen. It's the Aspen electronic flight display here, but it's a little bit buggy right now, so I switched to the analog ones. I can show you what I mean. So, like, it's kind of cool. Like, I like it. It's just this part doesn't work. So, like, if I go, like, let's say. Okay, so let's go a little bit west. We'll go into heading mode. And you'll see this never deviates. It just stays centered. But if I switch to the analog one, you can see it deviating here. We can add a lot more throttle. That's what I've been missing.
Glad to be your captain today. First, I'd like to welcome you on behalf of First Class Wings on flight DSC 739. We are currently cruising at an altitude of 9,400 feet and an airspeed of 150 knots. It's 9:56 a.m. and are expecting to land in Napanee approximately at 10:50 a.m. local time. Current temperature of 63 degrees Fahrenheit. If the weather cooperates, we should get a great view of the area as we descend. I'll update you before we reach our destination. Until then, sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of the flight.
Yeah, I don't mind the older steam gauges so much. This is hard to see though. It's especially what your current pitch is. Like, so yeah, they're not as good in some ways. Like we're about to turn. On to Ness. Yeah. Have a good night. Let's see, 108.2. Let's go see what we can do there. 1082, 1082, 1082. That's nav 1 currently. Hey, there we go. Yeah. So that's that VOR. See, if we wanted to fly to it, we would fly this course. So we'd want to turn to 143 right now. Go that way. We're picking that one up yet because we don't have the from or to indicator. So we'll swap those back for now. There we go. Kind of track our progress. Need it anymore with GPS, but it's kind of nice to know how they work. You can also set a bearing that you want, and then this will close in, and when you cross it, you know you've hit that point. Maybe that's where you make a turn or start your descent or whatever. I see a lot of people get confused about is how fast am I going, right? So, like right now, this is your indicated airspeed. That means how much air pressure is hitting that little pitot sensor out there. And as you climb, the air gets thinner.
Delta, Sierra, Charlie 7 Tree, Niner contact Cleveland Center on 120.45. Good day.
120.45 for Summit Delta Sierra Charlie 7 Tree Niner.
Okay, sorry.
Center.
Oh.
Summit Delta Sierra Charlie 7 Tree Niner 10,000.
Summit Delta Sierra Charlie 7 Tree Niner, Cleveland Center, altimeter 2980, radar contact, continue to MSFS.
Look like 2980, but okay. Anyway, so we're currently indicated 165 knots, right? But our true airspeed is higher than that. We're going like 195 knots. And then our GPS speed, which is going to give us our ground speed, is 172 knots, which means we have a bit of a tailwind, right? No, I have that backwards. We have a considerable headwind is what we had. Our true airspeed is 195 knots, so yeah, so the difference from 195 to 171 is the wind. Right. So what's that? 23, 24, 23, 24 knots. So that's a pretty good headwind right now. Unfortunately. We should switch this over to our... Swap that guy out and let's see if we're picking anything up. I'm kind of shocked we can't pick that up yet. OLK 1104, that's it. That's 2 indicated, and we got 235 dialed in. And now we got our DME up. I got it on nav too. I didn't do it on the other one. So our speed relative to that VOR is 100 knots. But of course we're We're not flying directly to or from it, so that doesn't tell us much unless you do the trig. But we're currently 34 nautical miles away, which should be 21 minutes at this airspeed if we were flying to it. So that's that one. I don't think this plane has a ADF, which is unfortunate. Hit set, but I don't know that it's going to do anything. This thing could potentially have an ADF. I don't think it does. Checking our engines. Coming up on 7 hours. This is the vacuum pressure that drives the vacuum-driven instruments anyway. So if we set this at 180, that'll cross when we pass north of it, so right about here. Like a little lake off there somewhere. Could that be that? This is this right here. I don't know if we'll be able to see this right here, especially with the clouds. It's so hard to look out there. I mean, since that is that, that's pretty far away. That would make this road. Oh, we should be able to see it, I think. Here we go. These buildings are right there. Here, maybe? I think it was there. And then these fields are here. This area here. down here. We might be able to just see part of it. Should be a bigger city off in the distance. Square area is right there. Then this river is right there. I think this is the bigger city. Part.
Summit Delta Sierra Charlie 7 Tree, Niner contact Chicago Center on 127.55. Good day.
127.55. Summit Delta Sierra Charlie 7 Tree Niner.
Should be an airport right here, I think.
Chicago Center. Summit Delta
That's
Sierra Charlie 7 Tree Niner.
lake right
10,000.
Summit Delta Sierra Charlie 7 Tree Niner, Chicago Center, altimeter 2980, radar contact. Continue to FNOY.
Going to descend here. Okay, well, we'd like to go down to 3,000 by the time we hit the end of the line here. got a pretty good distance to go before we worry about descending, I guess. That's a nice feature of the 750 here, is this distance thing. That's 10 from where we are, that's 30, and all the way over to there is 46. We've only got to descend, what, 7,000? So about
Chicago Center, Summit
21.
Delta Sierra Charlie 7 Tree Niner. Cancel IFR at this time.
Summit Delta Sierra Charlie 7 Tree Niner. IFR flight plan is canceled. Radar service terminated. Squawk 1200. Maintain VFR. Frequency change approved. Good day.
So I'm thinking I'm gonna overfly the airport and then start my descent. Or actually, we could go direct to end of here, I guess. Let's do that. Let's go direct. Flight plan, end of, activate. Then we're going to want to descend down to 3,000. Thing I doubt this is going to have is a descent arc. That would be nice. Yeah, it's 30 nautical miles. Nice if it just had a little VNAV calculator, like, hey, I want to get down to this altitude at that point. Because it knows my ground speed, it knows the distance here. I think for VNAV you have to get the pay one. Normally we want to descend at 5 times your airspeed, or ground speed in this case. So about 830 feet per minute. We'll go 800. Because we have extra space. What we don't want to do is get too over speed here. So if we're going to increase our ground speed, we might need to increase our descent rate. For now, we're just going to monitor it and see where we are. Okay, so it looks like we're targeting runway 27. Let's make sure that's the recommended one. It is. It is at 859 feet, so we'll keep that in mind. Got air pressure is 2978 at the airport, so let's go ahead and dial that in. Okay, 2978. Okay, we're coming up on an ETA of 6 minutes at our waypoint. That's going to be at our current rate 4,800 feet. So let's see, that's going to be just about right, I think. So we want to be 7,000 feet by 5 minutes out. We're ahead of that. So I'm just taking the ETE time to that waypoint times my descent rate in feet per minute. I wish there was a way to do this without doing that.
Madam, as we start our descent to Napanee, please fasten your seatbelt. Thank you. Charlie 0 tree traffic. Summit Delta Sierra Charlie 7 Tree Niner is on final runway 27 to land Charlie 0 tree traffic.
So about 4 minutes out, we want to be about 6,000 feet. We're already below that. So that would mean we'd want to be at 5,000 feet at 4 minutes now with a 500 foot per minute descent. One reason I'm shallowing it out is I want to get my speed below here. Because I think I can drop my gear below this point, and then that'll help me slow down. Up the prop RPM. And push our mixture up a little. So 4,500 by 3 minutes. Close enough. Going to be at about 4,000 feet by 2 minutes. So we want to go down to 2,600 feet next. One 3.7. Okay, and now the gear comes down. This is our distance from that VOR. Okay, speed's coming down with the gear out. We can slow down even a little bit more now. We'll get 15 degrees flaps. this up until let's see, Palm, and let's try approach mode. Okay, no approach mode. We'll just take over. I'm getting just some amount of insane wind here. Dang it. Okay, this is looks like not a very good approach to me. I'm not sure why you would have an RNAV that flies you to the middle of the airport. idea what this thing is doing. Okay. We're just gonna wing it in here. That's what we're gonna do. Ay, caramba. Need my head tracker on to be able to look around. I thought RNAV. Oh, no problem. We'll just fly right into there. I should have looked. RNAV, goofy BS. 100 miles out of the way just to fly at an angle over the airport.
Charlie Zero Tree traffic. Summit Delta Sierra Charlie 739er is taxiing to parking. Charlie Zero Tree traffic. Madam, welcome to Napanee Mun. Local time is 10:40 a.m. For your safety, the captain has requested that you remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until we come to a complete stop, and the seatbelt sign is turned off. Please make sure you take all your belongings with you when you get off. On behalf of the entire company, we would like to thank you for choosing first-class wings. We look forward to seeing you again and wish you a pleasant stay in Napanee.
Napanee.
I'm really in a hurry. When do we get off? Good thing this flight went smoothly.
Did it though? Dunk. Then a big steep turn. Hey. I'm on voice chat if you want to check it out. But if you want, what I can do real quick is do a demo. I think that was the flight you had done. This is just free flight, so I'm just going to show the setup. Yeah, I'm in Discord too if you want to watch it live. More live than here. Even. I mean, if you're in the Discord, you won't have a 1 minute delay that YouTube has.
Tower, Summit Delta Sierra Charlie 739er ready at runway 21 left, south departure.
Okay, so you
ready?
Test.
Okay.
Oh, you don't have to talk or anything. You can chat there on YouTube and just watch and Terminal C. That way it's there's no lag, right? I mean, that's fine. If you stay on the YouTube, you won't really be able to ask questions. Anything you ask will be from a minute ago, right? Okay, what I'm going to do is show this how to use the avionics better, right? So first of all, in your flight plan, let's manually enter the flight plan. So if you don't have magenta box around this, then you need to click up here until you get one. It can be a little finicky to click this little guy, but once you do, you can just type like LJMB, right? And then enter, okay? So now it's not magenta, so I'm not in input mode anymore. I can insert it. So now I've started that flight plan on my thing. Now I'm not going to click activate until I'm done, because sometimes the PC-20, sometimes these avionics can crash on you if you hit activate too many times. So you want to be careful about that. Okay. What I usually just do is go from this box to this one and check the tabs, right? So I've got the flight plan started. We'll come back to that in a minute. Altitude speed. So what's my cruise altitude? Let's say 380. Okay. So now that's set. Cruise speed, you can keep it whatever you want. Fuel and weight doesn't really matter, but you could enter in here. Cargo 200. Compute. There. Okay, I think you're on the Discord now. Were you able to see the beginning part of that? Okay. I mean, you might need to go into your user settings, the little gear icon. It's like this. Click the gear. Make sure your input and output devices are set here. Okay. And did you see the first part of this, where I started the flight plan here? Okay, basically you enter your origin and destination airport in origin and destination, right? Okay, and you want to click this until in an input field you have magenta, right? Like if this wasn't magenta, like that, and I click on it, click on this, now it's magenta. Now I can just type on my keyboard 380 enter. Fuel weight you don't have to enter, but you can enter passengers and cargo if you want. Okay, so that's all on this tab right here. Then you click the takeoff tab, and you would select your runway and a SID if you had one, right? So let's see, does this have a SID? Sure, let's pick a SID. Let's just say, what's the runway? 21 left, okay? So, let me go back here. So you click on this runway SID part, and then you select the runway you want, like 21 left, then you select your SID if you have one. If not, it'll just be the runway departure, like if it only has a visual, that's fine. Okay, now see it's entered that right there. Okay. Now we can send these V speeds. Transition altitude. So like we have it at flight level 180. And then on your destination, the airplane going down part, right? Your star and landing runway. So let's see what this has. Let's just check runway 32. Okay, that looks good. Okay, so runway 32. We want ILS 32. Let's do transition MR1. And then if you want to select a star, you can. Well, I'll pick that one, we'll see. Okay, so now that's in there. Well, you've deafened yourself is the problem. Lord. Okay, now you're back. Can you hear? Okay. So did you catch all of what I was saying? Like, I have no idea where you deafened yourself and couldn't hear. So you got the arrival runway? Okay, I'll just go from here, whatever. Hopefully you can figure it out. So I always scroll over here, because if you scroll over here, it pops up the menu every time you click on something. So you want to select over here to scroll, and then select over here to delete. Now, this discontinuity, you have to decide, do you want to manually fly it and then go to the next waypoint, or do you want to get rid of it? If you want to get rid of it, you can click it and hit delete waypoint. Now it's gone. You see this is connected now. Now you can go over here and you can hit skip waypoint. Well, not yet, I guess. We have to activate the flight plan first. So let's just get rid of any other discontinuities here. Okay, we're good. So I'm going to go ahead and activate. Now I can go over here and I can say skip waypoint, and it'll skip ahead to the next waypoint, the next one, and then I can see what my waypoints are going to be. Right. If you click this and drag it up and down, that zooms in and out. Okay. And then, so recall waypoint just goes back one. So skip waypoint, recall waypoint. So now if I have a waypoint on here and I want to go to it, I can select it over here and say direct to. I can center the map on it so I can see it's this one. So like that's not my first waypoint, right? Petov is my first waypoint. So I might want to go direct to that one or whatever, like when I get in the air. Right. Another important function over here is cross. So if you select a waypoint and select cross, you can set altitudes you want to be at. Like I want to be at some altitude, like maybe I want to be at 7,000 at this waypoint. I can apply that, and then it'll show up here as I want to be at 7,000 for this waypoint, right? I can also set speeds. So at this waypoint, I want to be at 155 knots. Okay, apply that. Activate it. Now when I get here, it's automatically going to slow down. Assuming, I mean, it won't automatically slow down, but if you have FMS speed selected, it will select the speed at 155 knots at that point, unless there's a lower speed in force. Right. So, this F means flyover. I don't think I even want to go to this waypoint, so I'm just going to delete this waypoint, select it, delete waypoint. Discontinuity, delete that. Like always check, right? Now activate it. Okay, now we're going to go from Petov up to here, and then for some reason I think it's going to circle around and come in. Okay, I guess. Okay, so you want to pre-check that flight plan and make sure it makes sense and you know what it's going to do. What are the blue lines? I guess let's get to that in a minute. Okay, but so like we don't have to make this circle here if we don't want to. We can do other things, but this is going to have us fly out back around here from MR back to D14K and then in. So like, I don't know. We'll let it do that and see what happens, right? And so, but we've selected the approach ILS 32, right? So we're gonna try to get the ILS to work here. Okay. Let's just dial in an initial altitude to climb up to. I like to come over here and select overlay and turn on synthetic vision. Okay. You saw this earlier, this is the barometer. And what I was saying is if you right click it, this will go to STD, and now you're in standard barometric pressure automatically. You can click it off. You can hit comma to set the current barometric pressure. Hey, someone just took off over us. Okay. When I take off, I like to go auto throttle armed, and I'm probably going to mess it up and need it again. Right click this, which will automatically set my heading here. Go into heading mode and click FLC, flight level change mode. So that's going to engage that auto throttle automatically. Let's go ahead and get in the air. I like to give it a little more pitch trim down here. Gear up. Flaps to 8. Flaps to 15. Now what I'm going to do here is say center aircraft and then north up. Okay. So I'm ignoring the blue things. I'll show you a couple of tricks in a minute, but So fly what it's doing here, and let's go nav mode. I haven't enabled autopilot yet, but what I want to do is put my flight path vector on the flight director here, including this bank angle, right? So if I just keep my flight path vector lined up with the flight director, I'll fly the course automatically. Okay, this little tail right here is how much above my selected speed I am. Okay, so I'm a little above my selected speed. If I climb really hard, I'm going to get below my selected speed. And then that tail will dip down below it. And this little arrow next to it is whether I'm gaining or losing speed. So I'm gaining speed right now. Right, and now I'm holding my speed. Okay, and I'm going to go autopilot right now. And it's basically just going to follow that flight path vector itself. To get this mode in, what you need to do is come down here to this and select upper MFD and then page, and then go to Avionics, and you want FCS flight path here. So you can change the modes here. I think flight path is the best one. The other thing you might want to do, this is where you change your barometric pressure, inches or HPA, wind as XY or vector. I like XY, and that's probably good enough. So wind XY will show like this. Okay, let's only go up to 22. Okay, at 18, I want to go into standard barometric pressure. Okay. You get your landing lights off. It doesn't like the high sim rate. And the other thing I need to do now, I've changed my cruise altitude. So I want to set my cruise altitude to 220. Now watch this go up. I'm in free flight, so I'm just gonna go ahead. I just want to get my cruise going. For some reason, it's not cruising. Oh, this is the problem. There we go. It's because I put in that speed constraint, that's why it was going slow. So once you hit your cruise altitude, it should go up to your cruise speed automatically. So that's what it's doing now. Is selling good? I mean, it's up to you. You kind of take a pretty good loss. I mean, you can put it on crew, passive income, but up to you. I mean, if you're not really doing the crude passive income thing, then yeah, but you won't get your money back out of it. I don't know. I mean, it's okay, I guess. I'm just trying to get my speed up here. Well, that was bad. Let's try that again. Like this. There we go, now I can see where I'm going. mode activated. So you were asking about blue before? Like blue like this? This means it's not active right now. That's why this is green as well. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is what I described earlier, which is we're going to dial my out. I'm going to, well, let me get up to, let me go back up to cruise altitude here after slewing. In the PDF, what does that mean? I don't know what you're seeing. In the EFB? Oh, I think those are missed approach. Like this. These are missed approach. This is the EFB, the electronic flight bag. But these lines are for missed approach, so if you missed landing and you have to go around, you'd follow this. Okay, now this is magenta again, so we're back on. Okay, so what I want to do now is you look at your altitude that you need to get down to, right? Like, let's say 4,000, right? So I'm going to dial my altitude down to 4,000. 4,000 and hit VNAV right there. So VNAV is armed. You should also see VNAV armed here in white. So now I've authorized the plane to fly down to 4,000 feet at that point. I could go even lower, 3,000, whatever. I mean, I could just go to 3,000 even. See, it says, even though I've set 3,000, the lowest it's going to go next is 3,120. Because you've got an altitude constraint at 3,120. Now the advantage of getting it set up, even if you want to hand fly, okay, is that if I go autopilot off, I can now follow my flight director, right? So I can use the flight director to help keep me on the right path. And then if I need to, I can arm autopilot again. Autopilot will keep flying the path, and I can go do something and then go back to hand flying, right? If you don't have it all set up, the flight director doesn't help guide you. You won't be on your navigational path, and you know, it's just making it harder, right? Which is fine. I mean, you can fly completely visual, no worries. So here's our top of descent on. Oops, sorry. This is the top of descent marker right here. So when the plane gets to there, if I've dialed the altitude down and I have VNAV armed, it'll automatically start a descent. Okay. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, in real life you want every advantage you can get. No, you can hand fly, and you can decide that, oh, I don't want to do exactly what this is saying, right? I mean, there are, you know, times and places where that makes sense, but it's good guidance. But to make it all work, you have to know how to use the avionics, right? Okay, so here comes our top of descent. Now, I don't recommend starting a descent at high sim rate. So, like, I'm gonna go back to normal. Okay, and you see this magenta marker, which was white a minute ago, is our vertical path. Just like you'd have a glide slope on an ILS, this is marking out where we should be vertically. So if we're too low, this will go up, and if we're too high, this will go down.
So, don't.
Okay. Doing a guide on the Pilatus Avionics here.
Alright.
Okay. So it's following that vertical path. It's also following the lateral path here. Okay. Keep an eye on your airspeed so you don't get too fast. As you come down below your transition altitude, which will be 18,000 here, we'll come off standard barometric pressure. Speed things up a little. Okay, so see now we're too high on the glide path in the adjusted barometric pressure, but the plane is automatically gonna fix that for us as long as you don't get too far off. If it's too far off, you'll have to go like vertical speed mode or just fly the plane up or down to get back close, and then you know, arm VNav again or whatever. So we're all set up here. We're going to send these. And one thing, if you have it on, you'll see this arc. That's my selected altitude descent arc. So given my current vertical speed and ground speed, this is where I will hit my next altitude. Probably this 5,000. So it's kind of lining me up to hit 5,000 right around this waypoint.
Let's test. Do you hear me?
That was very broken up.
Oh, is this better?
That's better, yeah.
Yeah, but my mic is not so good.
A little bit quiet now.
Better. Is this better?
Yeah,
Yep.
it's better.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, thanks for the guide. But I need to learn a lot.
No worries.
But I like the system.
Okay, let's dial our speed back. And I'm gonna... Well, let's see. Do I need spoilers? I don't think I need spoilers yet.
And how you put the spoilers on here, because I don't know.
They're here. Like that's 50% spoilers. That'll slow you down pretty quick.
Yeah, there's a lot of delay on... I look on YouTube because I not see it in the Discord here.
Yeah, it's like a minute delay on YouTube.
You stream in Discord or not?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was.
No, I think you're not streaming in Discord.
There we go.
So now you stream in Discord and YouTube.
Yep. I thought I was. I'm sorry.
No, no problem. I was looking on YouTube. Okay.
Well, hopefully it made sense, even if it was delayed.
Yeah, like yesterday, a guy, he came in my stream. He said, do this, but I was trying to landing also. It was a little bit stressful.
Yeah.
Mark.
Okay, so now let's say we didn't want to fly all this stuff up here, right? Let's say I want to go direct to D141K, right? So I select it, I can do direct to activate.
Okay, so when you do this, you don't have to delete all the waypoints before.
Nope, you just go direct to whatever waypoint you want. Okay, see now we're way, because we don't have all that space, now we're way above where we want to be, right? So when we're way above where we want to be, we want to slow down. So we're going to dial the speed back, and we want to go vertical speed mode, and we want to descend faster. And if we're going to descend fast, we want to get some spoilers out. Oops.
I hear the spoiler. Oh no, that's...
So now I can descend even faster without picking up too much speed. I can go even more spoilers, full out.
Okay, yeah. I think it was from the ground.
The spoilers?
Yeah, I use always on the ground, but it's...
Yeah.
Do
but
nothing in it.
Yeah, you can use them in the air to help you slow down. Right. So see, even though we're descending at like 3,000 feet per minute, we're still slowing down. We've still got VNAV armed, so as soon as we catch up here, it's going to level us out. You see these markers coming up? So it's going to grab that white marker that's armed, the VNAV one. And as soon as it does...
on the left side.
Yeah, see, it's going to pull out, and then we're going to have way too much resistance. So I want to drop those spoilers at that point.
And you push approach on or not here?
I have not pushed approach yet.
Oh.
So
But
we're lining up on the final here, and I'm going to hit approach. So approach. Okay, it grabbed the localizer and the glide slope. now see, it's got the glide slope on this side and not the VNAV path. So now we're on the glide slope. The only thing we might want to do is hit nav select here to go localizer 1. Why did that not do it? Didn't we load an ILS?
How's it going, everybody?
Hey.
Not bad.
I dropped that standard.
Dropped it?
I forgot to drop this at 18,000 when I was messing with it, so back on it. Once you're on the glide slope, though, you shouldn't need to. I'm not sure why the localizer's not coming up. Wait.
Flare 1124.
I guess in this plane it's magenta.
827.
It says Loc 1, so. So and you can see the distance here, 6.6 nautical miles out.
That is good.
Yeah.
And you don't have to look on the tablet all the time.
Nope, you don't even have to look over here, right? You've got your lateral guidance here and your vertical guidance right there. And so, like, if I go off autopilot now, again, that flight director is going to help me get to where I want to go, right? So now I'm going to come up too low. You can see your glide slope
B1
going up.
rotate. Gear up.
Okay, let's get some flaps out. That's 8 and 15. Let's get our landing gear. All at 200, by the way. Gear 0815. I don't know if you've seen those on there. Okay. We're too low. The flight director is telling us to pull up, pull up, pull up. So we're just going to follow the little flight director now. Go 33 on the flaps.
And what's your speed again? Now? You put how much you set your speed? 150 or 120?
I'm gonna go let's go down 120 here. So you can either change it here, or I have a knob, so I'm changing it with the knob. So now I've gotten way too low again because I was messing with the. Need some trim.
It's not possible to crash now, eh?
Oh yeah, of course it is.
Yeah. If the speed is automatic, at the correct speed and everything...
You're less likely to stall. Auto throttle off. Idle.
It's a nice landing.
Floating a bit. There we go.
Low,
Come on. Trying to get the nose down there. Spoilers out. Man, that nose just wants to come up. I've got way too much.
It's a
elevator
butter landing.
trim.
No,
that wasn't butter. I had way too much elevator trim, man. My rudders are so sensitive.
Curve conflict.
Okay.
I didn't hear the wheel touching the runway. I not hear it.
Yeah. Well, I had way too much elevator trim in, or I shouldn't have had that much, and I kept pulling the nose up.
Uh,
Couldn't get the nose down.
Yeah, and it was thanks for the video.
Sure. Hopefully that
You're
helps.
out.
But and you know, I mean, you like you can still fly it by hand, right? It just helps to have that guidance and to know, you know, how to use the avionics, right?
Yeah, but I come sometimes in very dark places. Like yesterday, you see nothing.
Yep.
The runway I didn't see, and then is this very useful.
Oh yeah, yeah. If you're in very bad visual conditions, like it's dark and there's no runway lights or whatever, if you have that RNAV or ILS approach, you can just let it fly it, and it'll get you right down to the runway usually. I mean, you want to keep an eye on it, but yeah. Yeah, that's when you really want to rely on it.
Yeah, then yesterday I didn't see the runway on the premier display here.
Yep.
Now I know how I can do it in the overlay. And
yep.
I got some 3 or 4 landings like that. And then I look on the PDF, or how you call it again, I forget always. I say always PDF.
PFD, this?
Oh no, the other one. That you open the tablet.
Oh, EFB, yeah.
Oh, this.
Tablet. Tablet works too.
Yeah, the tablets. And then I just look here, and then I say, okay, now I put them down. Eh?
Yeah.
And I was lucky, but that's not the way.
Yeah,
and I zoom a lot, that I see I'm over the runway, and now I'm gonna land.
Okay. Yep. So I'll show you one other way this works. Let's say you're doing a visual, right? So let's go here. Actually, I'm gonna, let's see if I can go.
Oh, how you do? You record it?
No, this is slew mode and free flight.
I don't know how to use.
Okay, so let's say we're coming in and instead of an ILS, we have a visual, right? So in here, you're gonna pick visual 32, and then you wanna pick the transition is straight, okay? And then insert that. Then the other thing you want to do, if it doesn't have it already, you want to make sure you have an altitude constraint here at the runway. So this is 911. If you didn't have one, you could select cross, altitude at, and then apply it, and then you would have one. Okay. We're going to make sure that's there. We can activate that, and then let's go back out a little bit. Okay, so this is our next waypoint, so let's make sure we're going to that, direct to, activate that, and then we want this in FMS mode, and we want to go nav, auto throttle, let's set this to about 130 for now. See, vertical speed and down. Okay, I'm gonna unpause now.
What's the vertical speed again? Most I use FMS now. Under the vertical speed, I use the FMS to climb.
I'm just saying, like, if you were coming in here for a landing, right? Like, I mean, you wouldn't be doing all this manual stuff. Right, like if you were already on your flight plan or whatever. I'm just trying to get lined up with the runway here. Okay, autopilot on. We're gonna dial the altitude all the way down and say VNAV. You can see we're below the VNAV path here. Okay, so I'm letting it fly this time. Okay, B path is captured. We should be descending. Yeah. Gears down. Let's get some flaps out.
Geared them.
So if it was dark out, this would be very helpful.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
it's
but
a
here
it's
you
a
see. Here
it's
you
a lit
see.
yeah, it's a lit runway, so okay.
It's nice.
Yeah, I
Yes,
usually go manual throttle, so I'm gonna go manual throttle here. Well, I'm trying to go manual throttle. There we go. Right about 120 is good. Of course, it's going to make a dive for the runway here, but...
So now it's the autopilot who's landing?
No, it won't land. Autopilot off, flare, kill the throttle.
Okay.
Like, yeah, it's not like it doesn't have auto land, right? There we go.
Yeah, it's nice.
But it gets you to the runway, like especially if it's a dark runway. I mean, this is very light, so it didn't help as much. But that's a visual approach, right? So if you've loaded a visual approach and you have the altitude constraint here, you've got VNAV on, and you've dialed your altitude down to this altitude or somewhere just above it usually. Like I usually kind of set like if you set it like a 1,000 feet or 1,100 feet, and then you get autopilot off before that point and fly it the rest of the way. You set kind of a
and the 911 it take it automatic the altitude from the airport, or you
right, yeah.
or you have to look.
Yeah,
here is it 861.
Yeah, it can be a little different, yeah, but so you should get the autopilot off by 911 and fly the rest of the way down.
Yeah. Okay.
Like I say, you can
yeah,
set.
This gonna help you.
Yeah, like you could leave this a little higher even, like you know, don't fly below 1,100 feet, and I'll take over by then. Or you know, whatever you feel comfortable with. It depends on the terrain. If the terrain's really bad, you don't want to let like this visual is not safe from other terrain. Right? It'll fly you right into a hill or something. So you know, these are not precision approaches that are defined to not hit terrain. So you have to watch out if there are hills around and stuff. So.
And the barometer, it's automatic that it changed, because yesterday I keep all the. Yesterday I changed it here above the baro. But can you do it automatic or not? You have to do it by yourself.
I mean, if you have a key binding, so the default.
Then you can do it.
The default key binding for 2024 is comma.
Okay, and then okay.
So like, let's say I have it set to something else. Right, so if I hit comma, it'll set it back to whatever it currently is.
Automatic.
Now if you've right-clicked it and it's on standard, it should do the right thing depending on your transition altitude. So if I was above 18,000 feet, it would switch it to standard. If I'm below it, it'll set it to the current pressure.
Mm-hmm.
When you hit comma.
And why is it red now? On the
trim?
On the middle.
Over here?
I hear you.
Trim was too high for takeoff. So like,
okay, the trim, yeah.
Yeah, so like, as you put the trim back, it has a takeoff setting range at once. So once you get it, like that would be for takeoff. Well, actually, it wants it even lower than that.
Okay, I almost have to go. I'm gonna try this in free flight. Take off and landing.
Yeah, give it a shot.
Yeah, because all the time when I fly to Russia or something that way, it's always some very dark places.
Yep. And having these visual approaches really helps.
I did 4 times now, and if you fly like 2 hours and then you crash, yesterday I crashed.
Ah, that's painful. Yeah, what you want to do, you want to come into the landing one, go to the star, pick the runway, and then select, you know, whatever you need for the type of approach you're doing. ILS are usually the best for like auto approaches. RNAVs are good. Usually an RNAV Zulu is what it would pick. And if you don't have that, you know, pick visual and straight. And when you do that, you'll get that waypoint, the RX waypoint, which is the one right before the runway, and then the RW waypoint. There's also another thing you can do where you go, like if you click above it and you say amend route, okay? And then what you want to do is you want to enter, so like so this is LJMB, right? So it's place LJMB, okay? And then the bearing that I want. So I want the opposite of runway 32 heading. So that would be 14. So 141 is going to be the bearing that I want. Okay. So the reciprocal of my runway. Does that make sense? So the runway is your heading, but the bearing off of it is the opposite one. So if you just take the opposite runway's magnetic heading 141 and you enter that here, 141/12, that's 12 nautical miles on that bearing from that point. Add, okay, and then let's, what to do with it? What'd you do with my waypoint? Let me try it again. Amend LJMB/141/12. There we go.
I see on YouTube you have 5 viewers.
Cool.
We are with 3 here. If you stream on Discord, it's not the viewers from YouTube normally. Or how you do with you use OBS or something?
No, I'm using OBS to stream to YouTube.
To YouTube, and then here you open
just Discord to stream on Discord.
Okay.
But so I don't know if you can see here, but it added this place, bearing, distance, waypoint, 12 nautical miles out from the runway. So if you need a longer approach, that's a way you can add it in here as a custom waypoint, and that'll give me a 12 nautical mile run into the airport. and then I'll hit this one, which I think is about 5 nautical miles out. I think between here and here is like 5 nautical miles. So, but I used to do this a lot, especially when I wasn't as good at flying. It would give me a longer straight in path. And sometimes you're coming in at a pretty sharp angle and you have to make that turn. And having this waypoint further out gives you a turn so you're crossing your, you know, this waypoint a lot easier. So that's a way to add a custom waypoint out.
But most of the time when you gonna land, how far away from the runway you start approach again? Most of the time it's like 15 nm.
No, 12 is plenty for most of these planes. In a big in a big airliner, yeah, you might be like 15 or 20 nautical miles out. But in a PC-24 or a longitude, I'm fine with like 5. I don't need as much.
Because with the spoilers now, I'm gonna use them. Because yesterday my speed is not going down too fast.
Yep.
Okay, I learned a lot again.
And a lot of people will fight it, but I mean, the best way to when you're going too fast and you need to get down, right? What you have to do is fly level and lower the power and slow down while you're flying level. Then get your flaps out and potentially your spoilers, and then descend. You will be able to get down faster and end up at the speed you want if you slow down first. Right?
Yeah, normally I put totally the speed off and then I go down.
Yep.
But then I keep on 200 knots. But now with the spoiler, and then it say when I open the flaps, speed is too high. Speed too high for the flaps. But with the spoiler, it will be better now.
Yeah, you got to be under 200 knots, right?
Because I fly already 3 years, like I do it all self. Nothing with ILS or approach mode. I just look to the runway and land.
Yep, nothing wrong with that.
But this is much easier. I'm gonna use this more when the dark places, like you say. Like,
oh yeah. Yeah, but you got to practice it. And like I say, you don't. I mean, even if you set it up, you don't have to use it, right? Just turn off autopilot and fly. But you know, practice using it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
And then it'll be more second nature when you need it and you're flying into pitch black, unlit runways.
I'm gonna let you know if I all my career I stream when I have a dark one and I have set up this, then I will let you know.
Yeah, drop me a link.
And now I want to do a landing on a very dark place to use it.
You gonna stream it?
Tonight. How you see when it's not when the runway have no lights, you can see it or not. If it's ILS, then you see it. When it's VFR, then you not see it. Then there are no landing lights, I think.
Yeah, they can be pretty dark.
Yesterday you told me if it's an ILS, you will see the runway light, but
almost always, not 100%.
And always the landings are on when it's brown. You see, the green ones they are big enough. On the right side, the brown runway.
Mm-hmm.
Here, this one.
Well, that's
I have a lot of.
That's a special one.
I have a lot of runways, like sometimes very short for the PS24.
Yep.
And what does it mean, the LIFR?
That's a good question. Well, instrument flight rules, which means there's bad weather conditions basically, and L is worse. I can't remember if it means low. I think it means low IFR.
Or is it? Or is it low visibility? Because you see the cloud.
Yeah, it's low instrument flight rules. It means
okay.
it generally means there's very poor visibility, low clouds.
Then you can use the.
Then yeah, you should. Yeah, you should use anything you can get if it actually is LIFR. Sometimes when you get there, it's gone, right? Like I'll fly a lot of career missions. It's LFI on both ends and it's clear. It's like okay.
Oh yeah.
That's no fun.
I had some like I showed the pictures. It's you see nothing, and then when you're gonna land, everything is clear.
Lima Foxtrot Lima Juliet traffic. Summit Delta Sierra Charlie 739er. Taking off runway 4 straight out departure. Lima Foxtrot Lima Juliet traffic.
Yeah, but if you need to land here, you need it.
Yep. Yeah. I wouldn't land here at night. you know Courchevel, right?
Okay.
It's yeah, it's in the mountain there.
Yeah, it's a really
like,
bad. Yeah.
It's Lucca Airport.
It's similar, yeah. So.
I will not land in the night, Lucca Airport.
I don't know if the PC-24 can take off here even.
Oh, I think not. Oh, I see. You can try, but I think you're gonna not make it.
It's free flight.
Not gonna make it.
We'll give it a shot.
I do it with the A321, I think. Yeah.
That sounds bold.
Yeah, you're gonna make it. You're just on speed enough to do.
Kind of bump the end of it there.
Hey, old duck style was good.
Hi.
How much? Oh, so, who's flying the Boeing 737? No one?
Repeat, I didn't hear.
Okay, see you.
Yeah, I say repeat and it's gone. Okay, thanks, Dark Star. I need to go now.
Alrighty, catch you later.
Right, it's a nice place to fly there.
Yeah, it's really pretty in the mountains.
Okay, I hear you on Discord. Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
would have made it. Just doing the ballet. Alright, I gotta head out. Catch y'all later. Do you want the stream to be, do you want the channel to be labeled anything status-wise?